Kurzen's combo. Right, back to Kurzen's compound. So we're looking to find Baron. Baron? Burnquill? Who must be the one that's in that cage, but we didn't see anybody in the cage last time. Look at that raptor just hearing at us with that big eye there. It's got another one on the other side. It's got two eyes, but we only see one. You do have two eyes, right? Yeah, it's got two eyes. Of course it's got two eyes. Made a little bit of healing. Alright, a lot of... Ooh, hello there. Hello, hello, hello. Beasel's Basher. Beasel's big old basher. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Okay, there is a few people in the cage over there. Few people contained within the cage. Let's bust them out. Woohoo! Thank you. I don't know how much longer we would have survived. That guy's already dancing. That cage was stifling my magic. If you don't mind, I'm going to teleport us back to the rebel camp. We'll see you in person later. What about me? I mean, yes, I've got work to do over here, but still, they could have at least asked me if I needed a port. These mages, I tell you, unbelievable. Spine, crystal spine, basiliscos. That's it, feed little raptor. More. 4, is that all? Come on, little basilisk. I mean, little raptor, what am I talking about? What am I on about? Let's get them all together. Huge feast for you there, little raptor. Provided I survive, of course. Oh, it's already eaten. It's already feasting. So we've got 2 crystals. Okay, so it's going to take a fair few more. Should be enough to get this little raptor his meat. Okay. Yeah, so I was casting Crystal Gaze, which stuns you. I was actually thinking Whether if I look away at the time that it finishes its cast, whether it would affect me or not, it seems like it still does. You know, like if Medusa's looking at you, you turn away, you won't get turned to stone, right? Will you close your eyes? Still in need of 4 more crystals. I'll go on, finish off. Take another bite. Oh, you already done that? It's a hungry little raptor, I'll tell you what. Hungry, hungry raptor. Basilisk over here. Gotta be a whole bunch around here somewhere. Show us your basilisks. Here we go. Interrupt. Stun. Feast. Go on. Oh, it's already feasted. It's full. So we just need 1 more crystal spine. Basilisk. Blood. Just over there is Zul'Gurub, the site of a raid, actually. Zul'Gurub. Oh, actually, now it's a dungeon. Sorry. In Classic, it was a raid. Actually, for a long time, it was a raid. Don't know what point. What point did they change it to a dungeon? What point did it change to a dungeon? Oh, here we go. Cataclysm. Okay. So they converted that. And Zul'Aman. Zul'Aman was a raid as well. Zul'Aman actually was in Burning Crusade. They opened that up. And it was interesting because it was another 10-player raid. Much like Kurzen was. I wonder if that was just their way of experimenting with it. Seeing if it was a goer. Because in Classic, you had like 40-player raids and... Actually, all 40-player, were they? All 40-player. There were a few smaller ones. There was Zul'Gurub, which I think might have been 25-player. Or 20. But yeah. It was nice when they sort of trimmed them down a bit so you could, it was a little bit more accessible for some guilds. Getting 40 players together was a task and a half.
How are you?
There's something not quite healthy about this elixir, Artraxius. Even though I haven't completed my analysis, I can sense it. This will do. Please hold on for a moment while I test this out. Alright, we just add this in here. What? Bingo, look at this! After reducing the basilisk blood out of the elixir, I've uncovered an unusual precipitate. It appears to be a blue crystal of some sort. Brother Nebbits consults his notes. It's not a singing blue crystal, but a pulsing blue shard. He flips forward a few pages. Not a piece of the mind's eye. Nope, this isn't something we've seen before in Stranglethorn. If anyone has any more of this substance, I want it. Check the high-ranking Kurzen troops in the back of the cave.
Have a good one.
Have a good one.
Can I help you?
Ah, she looks bigger already. You can see these raptors grow quickly. You are lucky to have found such a strong companion. Keep her by your side as long as you can, Artraxius. I'm sure she will prove to be an asset in the future. On a somewhat unrelated note, I've been putting together a collection of troll stories and legends for a personal project. I was just thinking you might be able to help me with help me find some of them. The Bloodscarps at the Balal ruins on the coast to the southwest maintain a large tablet documenting some of their stories. Of course, I'll reimburse you if you're able to bring any of these stories back to me.
Have a good one.
A collector of stories, I gotcha.
Greetings.
Oh, thank you, Artraxius. It looks like my suspicions were correct. The 3 prisoners seem to have escaped the affliction that gripped Kurzen and the rest of his men. Before you arrived, Emerine teleported them over to Stormwind to get cleaned up after their ordeal. They promised to return soon. Level 35. Now that our allies have been evacuated, it's time to run a final raid on Kurzen's compound. They will never be weaker than they are right now, and with your help, we may be able to weaken them beyond repair. Those 4 names that were listed in the officer's dossier, Anders, Garlus, Miranda, and Esquivel, will be the highest ranking personnel remaining. Look for them in that cave in the back of their compound. Removing all 4 will be devastating to Kurzen's forces. Go with honor, Artraxius.
Light bless you.
Right. We shall go with honor then. We are level 35, which means I can choose from one of these things. So we've got Unbreakable Spirit, reduce the cooldown of your Divine Shield, Divine Protection, and Lay on Hands by 30%, which is pretty darn cool. We got Cavalier, Divine Steed now has 2 charges, so 2 charges here, where I can go on my charger for 3 seconds at 100% speed. Or Blessing of Spell Warding places a party or raid member, granting immunity to magical damage and harmful effects. I actually will go with Cavalier. I think this would be great to have, to reduce cooldowns on these, but, I mean, 1 minute's pretty good. 5 minutes, sure enough, is a little bit longer. 10 minutes too, we could cut that down to 7 minutes. But I think that this is going to serve us better, especially in places where we can't mount up. So I choose you. Okay, so 1 and 3 is what we're going to concentrate on. Deep Roots will come later. Going to head into the Kurzen compound. Stop Kurzen's legacy. And find the source of madness. Both taking us into that cave, which we did pass by a little bit earlier on. Folks, if you're enjoying this series in particular, do me a favor and hit the like button. It's very much appreciated. I don't talk about it too much, but it actually does a lot more than you think it would. So if you could do that for me, that'd be great. Alright. But also, I really do hope you're enjoying this. I am quite enjoying this myself. It's been great to, discover some of these new areas that I haven't actually seen before. Seen them in Classic, but I haven't seen them since Cataclysms began. I was more concerned about Cataclysm endgame stuff at that point. Did not create a new character to go level through these zones. Definitely not in this capacity. i.e. reading quests and so on. Also, if you do want to find my character, you can just type in Artraxius in the World of Warcraft website when you look up characters, so you'll be able to see his progress, what he's wearing, etc. You might find a whole bunch of other Artraxiuses there too. I actually just made up the name. I'm just trying to think how it came about. I know I was actually choosing a different name, which was from a game, and it was taken. So I just modified it a little bit. And now I'm kind of stuck with it. I do like it. Artraxius. I think Artraxius is what I was actually trying to use. From Saren Artraxius. From Mass Effect. But now when I look on the World of Warcraft website, I see there's a lot of Artraxius around. Not all of them are me. There are a few that are mine. Okay. A lot of commandos hiding in the shadows. Here we go. Whispering Bluestone. Might have a Bluestone. The head shrinkers. No Whispering Bluestone on that person. Come back here, Commando. Got him. The old hammer in the bag. Also, now that we're level 35, I could equip this. Should I equip? What do we got? 8 strength and 4 haste. Okay. So it's not that great. But the appearance is nice. I might just hang on to that and have a look in the auction house. Sometimes some of these older items, BOE items, sometimes they can fetch a decent price on the auction house. So if you don't absolutely need to put it on or equip it, like if you got something that's close or better or already as good, check the auction house, see if there's any listings there, or have a little look on a website like the Undermine Journal, or even Wowhead. Look up the item and just see what it's kind of going for. You might find an item that's just like, you know, a random green item, but an interesting look to it. Go for like 100,000 gold. It's happened. I did have a item from Burning Crusade, in fact, which was a random pickup. And it went for about, I think it was about 75,000 gold. And it was like, I didn't think it was anything special. But then I saw the price and went, oh, okay, maybe it is something special. But if you are going to list it on the auction house, they don't, sometimes they do sell immediately, but other times you might be listing it for months before you find a buyer. But still, if it's worth, you know, if it's worth 100,000, 50,000, 40, whatever it is, it might be worthwhile just going back and relisting it for a month or two. I certainly know that there's some people which do nothing but list those items. They might have a separate character that just continuously relists them. Generates them a decent amount of gold. I myself don't quite have the patience for it. But if there is like one item, maybe 2 items, I don't mind relisting 1 or 2. And ordinarily I'd be able to just mouse over it and have a look at how much it might go for, because I got add-ons that help me with that, but I don't have them activated on this guy. But if I bring this up, I might be able to show you. So I've got the Undermine Journal, and I've also got, which you can update, There is... What's that other one I use? Trade Skill Master. TSM. And some of these I'll scan the auction... Well, TSM will scan the auction house and get a... like a dump of how much things are going for. You can also have an app that'll update it from the desktop, which is nice. I use that once in a while. Under my journal, you can get that when you update your add-ons. You can get the latest version. There's definitely a lot of add-ons you can get if you're looking to make some cash in-game. I won't speak too much about it because I'm definitely no expert. I just have some simple things. I can almost guarantee you'll find a YouTube channel dedicated to making gold, so I will certainly go into it and explain it better than I could ever. Alright. Oh, too far. Too far. Way too far. But it's nice having those two charges. Alright, so we got the crystal. We got some crazy people chasing us. Why don't you just chill out for a second there, pal? And we're gonna go to the end of this this cabin over here. We got Chief Miranda and Chief Esquivel. I'd say that's Miranda up there. You'll die in this cave. You're looking in a mirror or something. Got a tiara on? Little crown or something? Chief Miranda down. It's a good thing to get those totems down. They usually don't have much health, but they might do. They might have some buff for the enemy, or start healing them, or it does damage against you. Although you have to actually target it and attack. You won't be able to take it down as part of your AoE. So it's good practice actually when you're in a dungeon or something. You see one of those, a totem get popped down on the ground. Target it, attack it, destroy it if you can. Hopefully DPS are on top of it. That along with interrupting spells really does help. The Kurzen sub-chief. Yards away. Chief Esquivel. Or Esquivel. By Kurzen's sword. Oh man. Can I get that sword? It's a sweet looking sword. chief goes down. Okay. So, rather than running all the way out, I probably will just use this. Hearthstone back to Darkshire. And then we'll just catch a ride back down. Look at this thing's face. I imagine this will be a lot quicker than trying to fight our way back out. We'll fly back down south. And then, now that we've... Well, actually, I don't know what happens after this. I'd imagine that's the end of that side.
See you around.
Everything to the east, so all those eastern questions, Kurzen's quests? Eastern questions? Those questions off to the east? And then we'll start working on stuff to the west. So that's going to reward us with a gorilla breastplate, which gives us more armor, 1 more strength, 2 more stamina. Actually, it's worthwhile. We'll wear that. We'll pop that on. And what's the other one do? 4,800 XP, which is a decent chunk. We're going to stay in level 35 for a bit longer, I guess. Coming on down to the rebel camp. The rebels. Looks like there's a new quest for us too.
Hello.
Make sure you handle that stuff carefully, Artraxius. We don't know what it is. Brother Nimitz opens up a pouch and lets you place the crystal inside. I knew they'd have some more of this substance. I'm going to send this to my contacts at Fort Livingston to the south. Hopefully, they'll have some more luck with it. Thank you for everything, Artraxius.
See you later.
All those folks that we rescued, they're back.
Need help?
Ah, marvelously executed, Artraxius. My men and I can handle the rest. With Kurzen out of the picture, we may be able to continue our original expedition here in Stranglethorn, which was... Oh, no matter. Please feel free to pursue or peruse our armor stores. You may find something that fits you well.
For the Alliance.
For the Alliance. Let's pop that on. Okay, I guess we're ready to have a chat to everybody else and see what else they'd like us to do.